I'm going to show you what I did without you. Sorry. Okay. Right here. So what I did without you is I put the glitter on the edges of this, but I also used these with the pen, but they're just by Crafter Square. You can go on to craftersquare.com probably even. It's a metallic marker. I have the gold, I have the rose color, and then the rose gold. And then I have white and silver, and I have a blue. But you can use the gold. That's what I use, is gold. Yeah, I use gold on that, just right on the edge. I just barely touch it all the way down the rip of it. Hold on, I won't put these back. If you have any kind of a gold paint marker or anything, you can use that as well. They do have these. If they have these up there, you could probably use those. Any kind of marker will work. I'm using a metallic-y one because I want the glitter to show up. So, and that's how I got that look to it, where it looks like that. And I like that. And I also liked it so much that I did it again. Where's it at? I did it here on the end of this piece. But this one is done with mercury color. It's like a silver instead, over the top of gold. I didn't know the mercury was silver, but anyways. Now what I've done without you other than that, and that's just a pocket and a pocket. Hang on a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna need to put a little bit more glue there. Okay, then I already showed you this, I think. This is just a pocket right here. Try to get that back there. That's a pocket, and then there's a little pocket in front of that pocket. I don't know if you see. We have this pocket here, and as you see, there's another flip back there. So there's the back pocket. So it's got like 2-ply to it. And all I did was with this. So the paper that I used here is this. This is the paper that I used, and all I did was color in each one of these with a Sharpie marker. And I made them red, and then once it dried, I did it a second coat of the marker on top of the red that was on there. And then when I did it, I would use the Sharpie pinpoint. Sorry, that was my jacket. But the Sharpie pinpoint, which is one of these. Sorry, one of those. And that's how I got the little point, the peaks to the Cardinal. So I'll show that up close here in just a second. Put that back over here. As you can see, I know I didn't need to get that close, did I? But see, you can see the peaks on them. It doesn't have to be perfect, but as you see with this one, there is no peaks on those birds. So that's why I did that, because this is a Cardinal journal, so I had to make it look like a Cardinal. And I added some little cardinals up here in these little branches. This is a stamp that I got from Amazon a long time ago. And it's just limbs on a tree. And that's why it looks like that. So I put these little birds, just 2, because you don't see a lot of red birds in one spot. But I took tape and went over this. I wanted it to be a masking, not masking, but like a matte finish tape. I didn't want it to be shiny, so I used this kind over it. And it's just 2 layers there. And there's one right there, and I just cut off the edge. So now it's matte finish, and you can still see the little line in between, but that's fine. It's not a big deal. If you've got a wider tape, back side I put the paper on the back, which looks like it's vintage paper because it's got that caramel color to it, but it's lined, and it gives you a place to write. And then on the outside of it, I put the same pattern of the type of gingham that's on the outside. Okay, which is plaid. Now this one I haven't worked with. All it is just an envelope that I covered with some paper and cut it in a certain way to make it into a pocket. This one this one was just a piece of paper, straight piece of paper that was tucked through, and the other side has got its own thing done to it. This is a vintage, what do you call it? Paper napkins. I can't find it right now, but it's a paper napkin. And I wanted to make sure that I got 2 in there. This is the only way you can get the real aspects of the glitter. This is just stickles. You just want to barely touch here and there. You don't want to do overly. And then on the back, I did this little bitty pocket with some gingham paper. And it's just a little pocket. And this one, I don't know if I showed y'all. This is the one that has the pockets. This is how it ended up looking. And I do believe I showed y'all this. And I just used some velveteen ribbon that I have. That was some I found at the resale store. And I put some of that gingham plaid paper right there that matches the green because of the green. I wanted to bring some green inside, not just red and black. This is one of the stamps. It comes with those limbs. So I did it like that. And then I colored in the birds with the markers. And then I put the black on the beak and the eye. Shouldn't have done the beak. Should have just done the eye area. But it still looks good. And it looks like 2 cardinals there. And I added too many, but it's still okay. But there's a couple of them up there as well. So it would all bring the red and the black and the green together. And these are just pockets, like I said. There's a pocket here. There's a pocket here. There's one here. And there's one right here on the top. It's not going to be as deep, but it's on the top. Okay. And this is just some washi tape on there with some gingham paper. Again, up here and on the side. This was a envelope that goes through to the other side, and it's another half of an envelope. And I just turn them into pockets or extended pages, which you'll see here in a minute what I'm working with. And then there's that one, which I've still got to work on what I'm going to put inside there. I haven't got to that yet. I'm just trying to get the pockets together, something to do with them. This is just some Tim Holtz, what do you call that? Vellum, special vellum. And I've tucked it, I cut it that certain way like I did with the Little Golden Book, with the Lady and the Tramp. The way I did that page that's on the other side. If you've ever watched that video, you know what I'm talking about. It's on my channel here that you can see. But I just cut that right there and right there, made it length that it can go through. I did bend the vellum by accident, so it will happen. And it will leave a little bit of a crease because it's vellum. But this is just a little pocket here. It's a see-through kind of pocket. And I put some little hole punch here, which is by Martha Stewart. As you can see, the Martha Stewart hole punch. Got from the resale store. So there's that. And then I'm going to try and figure out something for the back. And there's this pocket here, which I do believe I showed y'all as well. I did the paint on this side with the music paper on the back because, you know, birds sing. So I thought I'd put music paper at the back. And this gives it a place where they can write. They need to jot down something that they remembered. And then they have a pocket here. It's a deep one. And then they have a tuck spot here. And then one right here. If they want to put like a small picture, they can tuck it here and here. And it'll fit right down in there. Kind of like this. They can just, and it'll tuck. And it'll sit right there. The picture. Whatever they're using. Whatever you're using if you end up buying it. This is a see-through pocket and the opening is over here. This is too big. Do I have anything small? Okay. I think it's because it was too big. There we go. So it's a see-through pocket. I'll be making a card that goes in there that will fit it because as you can see it's kind of really shallow skinny wise for something to be in there. It's going to be about the length of that right there. And I just scalloped it. And then whenever you flip up, you can grab the little scallops. And it just, because it's a little bit longer than the thing is, the pocket. Makes it easier for you to be able to grab it. And this side's just blank. I haven't figured out what I want to do to the back yet. And this is the other piece of paper. I haven't got around to that one, figuring out that one yet. But it's the other, it's like this paper here. That's what I did here. When you put something stiff on it, it will make it a much stiffer piece of paper. So I haven't got to that one yet. I'm working back here. It's actually a page I actually missed. So I'll do that so I can see it. Here's the other one that's from that probably. So there's the pocket of this. This is just a bag. And this is a piece of because it had the cardinals on it, so I just cut that piece off of the Christmas paper because I wanted the red birds, the cardinals. But it has a little tuck spot where you can tuck your thing underneath, and it will latch down. A little latch, there we go, a little locking mechanism. And it's just one of those sandwich bags, and it's been cut. I mean, hole punched on the ends. I call it hole punch, but you know, as a puncher. It is a hole puncher. But anyways, I colored it green and the red because I don't know why, it just looks good with that thing there. And then this, I did the same thing with the green and the red because, I mean, it's mostly, you got green and red in there too. So that's why I did it. This is a place where you'll be able to write down things on. And you can even do it here, whoever you are, if you buy this. I mean, you catch it before anybody else does. But the pocket here is on this side instead of this side. It gives you a place to put your small things. This is where that went through. That was from that thing I told you about. Hang on, I'll show you. This, when I said it went through, this is where it comes out and you glue it down. It just gives a cool print, even though, you know, but that's what that one is. And here's that one that I really love that I've told y'all many times about while I've been making this. But I put it to use on this, and I ended up making this into a pocket instead. So there'll be small things that'll be able to be tucked here. I could cut this edge off, and it could become a belly band even, where you can still put things in here on that side. And on this side, this piece here extended over to this side. As you can see, there's a little bit of a gap. And I was like, well, I'm not going to waste that. I'm just going to put it to use, turn it into pockets on this side too. Because the person needs a lot of pockets in here. They're going to have a lot of writing spaces, but they need pockets. They need lots of pockets. So this is a pocket here. And this one is a pocket here. Now, if you would like to have one deep pocket, just leave this one right here open at the bottom of it, unglued. And it will go straight through to the bottom, and you'll have a deeper pocket so that you can put more stuff down into it. Sorry about the sounds. This is why I try to do my videos muted with music in the background, because here it's a little bit louder. So this is the one I was talking about, where the other one, this piece here, this is the envelope. Well, this is the envelope, as you can see. This is the envelope right here. I've just cut off the sides here. They're glued down in here. Down here is where the pieces are put together and then glued. Cutting that piece off and that piece off, and I took the edges that was here and here. Took those off. I didn't need those. And then I extend it. It's kind of like an extended page, but it's not. And this is the rest of this paper. So there is, and I glued it here, here, and here. As you see, there's little holes right there. It's like a hole puncher thing. I'm going to put something here to hide that. It's going to look real pretty. I just haven't figured out what. And then you have your big pocket down there. It's a huge pocket that goes that distance right there. This is my hand on it. So it's a large pocket for you. It's that distance right there, the thickness. And I'm still working on that. I'm thinking about making that into an extender where it extends out this way so that you can write on it. We'll see. Haven't got there yet either. I'm just adding as I go. This is done. This is some cardstock, and all I did was take things that I ripped off of a bag. So that is from the gusset of a bag, of a Christmas bag. And you can use any kind of bag. It doesn't have to be Christmas. If you're doing a birthday journal, you can use a birthday journal bag. Birthday bag, gift bag. Now, I use the pieces off this. I take it apart, and I like the fronts of them because I can turn that front piece of the bags into journals. I can put it on the front of a journal and make it look really cute on the front. Well, this one, I have it put away. I haven't used it or anything, but I wanted to put to use these little pieces of trees that's left over because they do have little red birds on them, and they're adorable. So that's what these are. This one is probably, no, it's not from this, it's from the other side. So these are from the other side gusset. I even used this little tree here. I just took off some of the glitter because I thought it was too much. Off of here, I mean. But on the one back here, this one I didn't, no, it doesn't have, yeah, it's got a little bit on it, not too much. But I took some of the stickles off of it. Not stickles, I didn't do stickles. It was already on it as glitter that was on there. You can still see a little piece here and there. And I just put the little red bird that I created myself and put on there because these didn't have red birds on them. Just the trees, sorry, just the trees. Ah, that fell out, it wasn't supposed to fall out. But anyways, that's what I did there. And on the back, I put a writing spot where they can jot their thoughts or whatnots. And then there's the next signature, as you can see. And I put something resemble, you know, like is cohesive to birds or connected to birds somehow, some way. So there's eggs on there, and then there's undoubtedly this person jotted down understanding about birds and stuff like that, I guess. Aviation, avian, you know, meaning birds of flight. Made a pocket here. I kind of extended it out just a little bit because I want that ripped look above it. I thought that looked really, really good. On this side, I just used a little booklet. Here it is, right where I can see it. Just one of these. It's a year to remember. 2018. It has all these birds on it. Well, there's a red bird on there, and I had to use him. So, and there's a whole bunch of these all throughout it. Okay, there's a whole bunch of them. So I thought, why not? And so I did that here. I used that somewhere else in the journal too, I do believe. And here is where I used those. That's the red birds I was talking about. I was thinking about coloring them in, but I don't know, I might not. But I just put that on the other side of the bag. I left that long over here on this side so that I could glue this onto that. And then I cut this side shorter so it turns into a little pouch. Isn't that cool? I just love that. Anyways, I didn't want to decorate it or anything yet, or like color it or anything like I did the other one. Now this is where I'm at right now. This is going to go here. This is real thick, so it's kind of iffy on me here. But I did that. I'm going to glue that down somehow, and it's going to extend out, and it just gives a place for them to write, and it's real heavy duty. I haven't thought that through yet because I don't really like it being that thick. I might try and redo with some cardstock instead because it's not as heavy as this is. It's not as hard either. This is almost like chipboard. It's so thick. It's from a file that I had. But anyways, it was going to go in there and it's going to extend out this way. But it being so thick, I don't know if I really like it now. Yeah, and I haven't gotten any further than there, I don't believe. Yeah, I haven't gotten any further than that. So that's where I'm at right now. And I just thought I'd, you know, share with y'all what I have created and haven't done on here. Been working on my own. And it's hard for me to work with sound on. I will add some of the pictures, the videos of those creations as I did them. So you'll be able to see them. And I'm going to put that after I stop talking. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this video.